Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day today. So today I have some empties for you guys, but before that I thought I would just talk a little bit. So I haven't been melting that much just because I've been picking up extra shifts from work, so I'm not really home, and I only really ever melt when I'm at home just because I don't feel comfortable leaving the warmers on. But yeah, so I've just been working a lot, and I did go on vacation for a week. I went to Seattle, Washington, and I absolutely loved it. It was my first time going to Seattle, and it's such a beautiful city, and I love cities, so yeah, that was just so much fun. I was contemplating packing a warmer and some wax with me, but when it came to like fitting stuff in my luggage, I just didn't have the space for it. So I just decided not to. So I was just like, okay, this could be a good time just to take a little bit of a wax break. But yeah, now I'm back and I'm back into melting mode. But yeah, so today I have some empties for you guys. So I'll just get started. So I did finish up like a jumbo pack of these Equate Beauty cotton balls. I use this to clean up my warmer or soak up the wax. I usually use the freezer method, but I have a plug-in warmer in my bathroom that doesn't have a removable dish, and I don't feel comfortable using the freezer method like with the light bulb in and putting the whole, like, I just don't want to do that. So I use the cotton balls for my plug-in warmer. And then moving on, I guess I'll get started with some clamshells. So the first clamshell I have here is from the Rustic Cottage company, which is a company I found on Etsy. However, they do have their own website as well. This is green tea and lemongrass, so an uplifting blend of citrus, bergamot tea, and plum wine with an added blend of jasmine, violet, and lavender. So this gave me medium plus performance, so somewhere between a medium and a medium strong, and it lasted a good 7 hours, so pretty decent performance. I enjoyed it. So for me, I've come to learn that lemongrass is not my favorite. Like, I don't hate it, but I can do it as long as it's not too like astringent almost. This to me smelled, you know, like lemongrass, and it had this green tea note, but it's not like a realistic sort of like, you know, drinkable green tea. It's more of like a perfumed green tea. To me, it smelled like, if you've ever smelled this perfume, Elizabeth Arden's green tea perfume, it smelled almost exactly like that mixed with lemongrass. So yeah, I sort of enjoyed this scent. I'm not crazy about it, so I did enjoy it, but it would not be a reach purchase for me. Okay, moving on. The next one I have here is from Brittany Sweet Tartz, and this is in the scent French Lavender, which is a single oil. This smelled, so I thought French Lavender would be very herbal, but to me, it's not super herbal. It smelled like a, you know, a regular lavender scent mixed with maybe something that adds a hint of like sweetness to it, maybe like a musk or like a sandalwood kind of note. So yeah, this gave me medium throw and it lasted 6 hours. I like any lavender scent, so I enjoyed this one. And so yeah, but however, I said this before, Brittany Sweet Tarts just doesn't impress me, or doesn't really like work that well in my home, so I'm not going to repurchase from this vendor. Moving on, the next one I have here is from Mainstays, and this is you know, their 93 cents, or was it 99 cents? Either way, it's like $1 wax melts. It is like less because it's like super, the clamshell is like very small. It's only 1.25 ounces, and I really enjoyed Sweet Apple. It's one of my more favorite scents that Mainstays offers. This is a really nice, fresh, juicy, crisp apple kind of scent. It's a little bit, even though it says Sweet Apple, I feel like there's a hint of tartness to it. It's not extremely sweet, like a Mac apple would be. And it had great performance. It gave me medium strong throw, and it lasted 11 to 12 hours. So good performance. Walmart Wax always does well for me. I mainly used 2 cubes, and that's where I got the 11 to 12 hours. However, I actually can still get a throw from just using 1 cube. So it just doesn't last as long, but I can still get a throw, so that's quite impressive. So yes. Okay, And then moving on, so now I have another clamshell. This is from the Bathing Garden, and this is in the scent Pink Sand. Now, at first, I thought this might have been a Pink Sands dupe from Yankee Candle. I went to Walgreens the other day, and I sniffed the candle, and they actually don't smell similar at all, because Pink Sands from Yankee Candle has like a fruitiness to it. I don't know the scent notes, but it has a fruitiness to it. I also noticed that Pink Sands with the S at the end is trademarked, so I guess other companies can't use it, but I just, random, but I was like, oh, okay, just something I noticed. But to me, this smelled like sort of like a sweet, musky flower to me. I didn't know the scent notes, and then I looked it up, and turns out it's pink sugar and sunscreen lotion, and after I found that out, I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense now. So yeah, it does smell like that. However, if I didn't know the scent notes, I thought it smelled like a sweet musky flower. This gave me pretty good performance, medium strong throw, lasted 9 to 10 hours. However, I don't really care for it too much, so it's not going to be a repurchase for me. But yeah, as always, I love the label from the Bathing Garden. So moving on, I'll do some little cup here. So I have this sample from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is Zen Type. I got this in a wax swap from my friend, Wild for Wax on Instagram, and I don't know the scent notes for this, and I don't know what type it is either. However, I did really enjoy the smell of this scent. It smelled sort of powdery, and it almost had a bamboo note. It was very relaxing, zen-like. I loved it. However, it didn't really give me that strong a performance. I would say it gave me a light medium throw and lasted 5 to 6 hours. I want to say maybe not 5 to 6, maybe more 6 to 7. But yeah, it wasn't super strong because the performance wasn't that good. I wouldn't repurchase it. However, I am interested to know if any of you guys know what this type is, because I really enjoyed this scent. So yeah, someone let me know if you do know. Okay, moving on to the bags. So also from Brittany Sweet Tartz, I finished up a bag in Stress Relief. It smelled very minty, so I'm sure it's maybe some sort of spearmint or eucalyptus kind of scent. And this gave me light medium throw, and it lasted about 5 hours. Not super great performance, and I wouldn't repurchase. Okay, moving on. And then I have a little thing here from Wandering in Wonderland, and it was absolutely beautiful. If you know anything about Wandering in Wonderland, they truly make works of art. They have some of the most beautiful wax ever. I mean, truly. You just know their wax takes forever to make, and they really put their love into it. And this scent is in Berry Fluffy. This is cotton candy frosting and wild strawberries. Now, let me tell you, I don't like most vendors' strawberry. However, I think this is the best strawberry oil I've come across in all of my vendor wax world adventures. I don't know what oil wild strawberry is. It just smelled like the best strawberry oil. It's sweet. It's juicy. It was just the most appealing strawberry oil I've ever had, and I just loved it. And it was sweet with the cotton candy frosting. However, the performance just wasn't there for me. It gave me a light throw, and it lasted 6 hours. I could only ever really smell it if I was right in front of the warmer, so I couldn't really smell it at all. And I put it in my bedroom, which is not a super large area either. So I'm sort of disappointed about that. And because of that, I wouldn't repurchase. However, I really like this strawberry oil, and I thought I would just make that note. So yeah. Okay, moving on. The next one I have here is from Sweet Sage Scents, and this is Cotton Candy Lemonade Sparkle Up, which is strawberry, vanilla, lemonade, lime, eucalyptus, and orange flower. I've said this before, I absolutely love Sweet Sage Scents Sparkle Up. I think that's a house blend that she has, but I just really like it. It just really appeals to me. I quite enjoyed this scent. It was like a sweet, limey, lemonade-y kind of scent. There's also a hint of something else in there, probably maybe some of that floral note. It's not super strong though, but mainly a very fruity, bright kind of scent. This had pretty good performance. It gave me medium plus throw, and it lasted about 6 hours. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that, but that's my cat meowing. she wants to leave the room, but I have the door closed. But I'm not going to pause this video now, so she's just going to have to wait until I have time. But yes, so this was poured in 2018. So I was afraid that this might not throw for me, but it still threw, and yeah, so that's really good. And yeah, I would repurchase anything with her Sparkle Up oil. Moving on, I finished up this from Rainbow Melts, which is tobacco vanilla, which is sweet tobacco, creamy vanilla, and brown sugar. This is one of the older wax. As you can see here, it's from 2019. So I've really come to learn that I don't like tobacco scents. I just don't like it. Anything with tobacco in it, it just never really appealed that much to me. I could do this just because it had that extra vanilla and creamy notes to it, so it sort of helped it. However, when I was melting this scent, I did have thoughts of like wanting to turn it off. Like, I just, it just was something that I didn't really enjoy that much. But it had pretty decent performance. It had medium plus throw and it lasted 9 hours. I thought this would be stronger because when I was smelling it on cold, it was super strong. And sometimes you know how you smell something on cold, it's not really indicative of how it's going to perform, but sometimes you smell stuff and you're like, oh, I know that's going to be a powerhouse. So I'm sort of glad it was a medium plus, because I think if it were a strong, like, it would just be way too much for me. Then that's in like a regular room. However, I did melt this like 1 to 2 times in my bathroom, and when I melted it in my bathroom, it lasted for it had great strong throw for like 2 days straight. So yeah, great performance. Just would not be a repurchase for me because I just don't like tobacco scents. So there's that. The next one I have here is from L3. This is Caress White Peach Silk Blossom. I think this is a soap type from Caress. I quite like this scent. So on cold, it had sort of like a weird, I don't know, undertone or weird little like zing to it that I didn't like, but that went away on warm. On warm, I enjoyed it because it smelled sort of like it smelled like a very clean scent. So I mainly melted this in the bathroom, and it gave me a light medium throw for 5 to 6 hours, and it just sort of smelled clean and fresh. Even though it says white peach, there's no like fruity notes. It just smells like a clean floral sort of note. It sort of smelled like I cleaned the bathroom with a nice like spray or cleaner product, and you know how sometimes after you clean stuff it leaves that aroma in the air that's not like super strong straight out the bottle, but just sort of lingers in the air, and that's just sort of what I got from here. I would not repurchase the scent just because, I don't know, it's not like a favorite, but I did enjoy it. And then another thing I have here is from Sassy Girl Aroma as well. This is in the scent Larkin, which is cotton candy frosting. I never melted this on its own. I used it to blend with things, and when I did add it to the stuff I blend, I could smell it. It added like a cotton candy sweetness to it. So I can't really say anything about the performance and like longevity and throw on its own, but I did enjoy it. I just wouldn't repurchase it. I don't really care for cotton candy frosting on its own. Like, I would prefer cotton candy frosting in blends. So yeah. And then the last thing I have here is Elixir from Hayden Rowe, and this is white tea, citrus, and aloe. Now, even though the scent note says all of that, I feel like it doesn't smell like that. Like, I can't really pick out, I could see the aloe there being there, but like I can't really pick out like a white tea specifically or like a citrus. I mean, I think the citrus in here is like a hint, but it's sort of like a sweetened citrus, not like a bright citrus. Almost like a similar sort of tone to how lemon curd is, but not really lemon, if that makes sense. And yeah, but however, I did really enjoy this scent. It's very beautiful, very pretty. It's a little bit like, I wouldn't consider this a fresh, I mean, maybe. It just smells very beautiful. Like, this is how I imagine like a really nice home to smell like, or like a nice boutique to smell like. So yeah, this did give me about like a light medium throw, and it lasted 5 to 6 hours. However, I will note that I think this is really old. It says Lucky Duck Insider Sampler. I don't think she even calls it that anymore. I think she calls it Ready Bits now for her like monthly like restock, you know, like tiny sample option thing like that she does. I did get this as a sample in a D-stash, so I'm not sure how old it is. However, I would repurchase it just because it's a very beautiful scent, and I would give it another try, given I don't know how this was stored or how old this was. But yeah, so that was everything. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a, beautiful day. And yeah, so let me know if you guys tried any of these products or any of these scents or how they performed for you. And yeah, have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for watching.